Wanted to do a quick recording test in VR, and then the Gazelle, figured I'd couple it with a demonstration of the Quickstop and an Autorotation. So without further ado, we'll do a quick hover check here. We're gonna, well, before I do that, let me set my torque bug at around 95. Actually, we'll go 92 since we're, well, then we'll set the warning altitude at, set that for 15 meters. It's about 45 feet. So anyway, what we'll do first is we're going to pull up into a hover check and align ourselves with the relative wind. And then after that, we'll go run a couple of quick tests. Alright, so collective's coming up, a little bit of right rudder. There we go, nice liftoff. A little bit of wind, so we'll correct for that. While we're correcting, we're going to turn into the wind using our little yaw string there. That when we're not moving is pretty indicative of the local winds. So, looks like the winds are about 240, 250, so they're favoring 26. So what we'll do is we'll do a hover taxi over to the intersection there, and then we'll depart from the intersection. We'll demonstrate a couple of quick stops, and we'll go up and do a quick auto rotation, and then we'll put her away. Again, just a simple test and demo here. Alright, so we'll hold here until we say we've had a release, and say we've been released for the runway. So now we're going to put a lot of power in, accelerate down the runway, center of the runway here, get ourselves up to about 15 meters, about 45 feet here, 50 feet. And then we're just going to do a quick stop right at the end of the runway. The objective will be to gain no altitude and come to a quick stop and then a controlled hover right at the end of the runway. And that looks good. So quick stop. We're dumping the collective, pulling way back on the stick. As power comes in, we're going to use right rudder, a little bit of right cyclic there. And that is the quick stop. So we'll demonstrate one more going down to the other side of the runway. So here we go. Alright, good speed. Now we're going to come up just a hair. There's our 45, 50 feet. Getting a little crosswind there is blowing us off a little. A little high. There we go. We'll make this one a bit more aggressive, just to show what can be done. And basically we're trying to just avoid the tail strike, but come to as quick a stop as we can. So you can see if you're coming in to pick up a downed airman, or if you need to find a hiding spot, try and avoid getting shot at, that's a good way to do it. So, Alright, we're going to go ahead and climb up real quick for a auto demo here, Autorotation. So we've got about 870 horsepower at sea level in this Gazelle, and we weigh about 2 tons. So it's a pretty high power to weight ratio. It's really fun to operate. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to, well, there's 300 meters right there. So we use 350 meters. It's about 1,000 feet. There we go. Come down just a little bit. Get up to about 200 kilometers an hour, 210-ish. Okay, not using the force trim. So we're going to come around the corner, and then basically as we get to the approach end of the runway, I'm going to go ahead and put the throttle to idle, and then we'll make an auto rotation recovery. Alright, there we go. A little bit high, that's alright. And there's, we've failed the engine, so we're going to dump the collective, we're going to pull up, looking to keep the rotor RPM in the green there. And then we're going to trade forward speed for that rotor speed as needed. And we're going to go ahead and start our flare, pulling the collective in a little bit at a time. Alright, and do a quick look outside, F2. See no damage, obvious damage to the helicopter. F1. Alright, we're going to verify collective is fully down. We're going to bring the power back up. So our clutching gauge is at around 30,000 turbine RPM there. See the prop RPM coming up. Keep the torque under 30 or 40%. Start accelerating the engine. The alternator generator will come back online. We'll have electrical power. Alright, so everything's back except for the nadir, which is our inertial navigator that has a tendency to take a few minutes to come back. And may need to be realigned. Since we're just going to go put the bird away, I'm not going to worry about that. But to demonstrate there's no harmful effects, we'll go ahead and pull up into a hover. There's our 5-foot hover check. Feels alright. And now we'll just hover taxi back to where we took off from. Gazelle.